Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Tsukihime. When last we left off, we had our final confrontation with Satsuki, with lovable little Sachin, and we came back to the mansion, and Akiya has graciously, magnanimously, kindly offered to heal our wounds, or treat our wounds for us, and with no ulterior motive whatsoever. Not A1. Now, let's get back into it, shall we? The treatment was quite simple. I guess it really was not that bad to begin with. After applying some disinfectant and wrapping the wound in gauze, my treatment is over. After finishing that simple care by herself, Akiya takes a towel soaked in warm water and wipes my face. All finished? His uniform is done for, so we'll have to get a new one prepared tomorrow. My mind is still numb. Akiya really hasn't asked me any questions about what happened and simply took care of my injury. I'm a little surprised. I thought she would let Kohaku-san or Hisui take care of it, but Akiya did it all with a smile. Her gentleness is completely different from the way she was these past 3 days, and I think back about Akiya from a long ago. Nisan, hey, it's all finished, so please go back to your room. Didn't you say you'd rather go to sleep than keep me company? She may still be resenting my words from earlier because she sounds very dissatisfied. There's still something wrong with my brain, but I do understand how much Akiya has worried over me. Yeah, thanks, Akiya. Is it because I'm still woozy? I let my true feelings show. Hey, Akiya's face turns red and she shrinks away from me. Oh, I don't think it was anything to thank me for. You would help me if I was hurt, right, Nisan? That may be true, but it makes me happy. Stuttering, I finally realize it. I'm quite emotionally detached right now, but I honestly am happy that, rather than Kohaku-san or Hisui, Akiya was the one that treated my wounds. Don't say such stupid things. Please hurry back to your room. Or are you hurt somewhere else? Akiya says so and shifts her gaze. Nisan, your shoulder, there's blood. Akiya places her hand on my shoulder. She peels back my shirt. My exposed shoulder and neck. Yumisuka's bite mark and dried blood are still there. Nisan, this... In that instant, the air freezes. The fang-shaped wounds on my neck. I don't know how to even begin to explain that and descend into silence. Akiya slowly leans her body towards mine. Nisan, there's still blood flowing here. Her voice is terribly taut with strain. The grip of her hand on my shoulder becomes stronger. Her body stops in a position somewhere between touching mine and not. What should I do? You should stop the bleeding, alright? Her voice sounds delirious. You know, I'm an idiot, so I never thought about this before. This is actually kind of important, that she very likely recognizes what's going on. I never caught on to that before because I never thought about it. And I'm not sure why. I'm really not sure why. Oh well. Akiya. I call her name while assailed by an unspeakable disquiet. Although, granted, now that I think about it, I'm noticing a lot of things actually like reading this aloud than I did reading this, and I guess it's just because, you know, sometimes when I'm reading, I end up skimming things, just trying to read quickly or blah 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 blah. Being distracted or whatnot. I'm reading aloud, so that's not as much of an option. There's no reply, but instead I feel a warm sensation along my neck. My voice fades away. I don't remember this scene, actually. Akia's face is right next to mine. The sensation of rubbing, a contact, wetness. Yeah, I actually don't remember this scene. Very, interesting. And it could just be my forgetfulness, or because I'm fucking forgetful, or the fact that I've taken medication for a sinus infection and I'm very slowly sipping on a glass of wine. Who knows? Plenty of reasons, but I don't remember this scene. My numbed sense of reason can't grasp what's going on. A hesitatingly touching tongue, the red tongue that fearfully touches my neck. Shaking, the shaking fingers that embrace me, the warmth of Akia's body. Wait, this might actually be a Kohaku only scene, or only Kohaku if you don't do certain things on the other routes. I'm not sure. I don't have any memory of this scene at all. Akia is licking the blood dribbling down my neck. But it really isn't anything to be alarmed over. It's just like what you do as a kid to stop the bleeding. But it feels so sweet, I can't say anything. Akia must think the same way, as she just, for no reason, brushes her teeth against my wound. I mean, it makes sense with everything that's been going on and everything that will go on and all of the routes. It's just, I really don't remember this scene. That's weird. I have no memory of this whatsoever. No, not even the slightest bit of familiarity. All of a sudden, a sound comes from the lobby. And I hate it when that happens, that you just, you've read something, because I had to have read this, and you just, nothing. The same thing with watching something and forgetting it happened. Oh well, I'm rambling. Akia pulls back. I am so sorry, Nissan. Her face a pure red, Akia runs away. Left by myself in the sitting room, I reach up to my neck. Her warmth is still lingering there faintly. She didn't have to run away. I murmur to myself and shake my head. Licking the wound like that, I did a lot of that as a child. I did that to Akia and Kohaku-san when they got hurt. But that's just an act from a childlike purity, only done as a child. Both of us grown up like this now and being the opposite gender, we can't really use that method anymore. That's not true. I actually do have some memories of the scene. Not what he said is true. I agree with what you said. I remember this line, the last paragraph that you hear. I remember that, but nothing else. Weird. So weird. What was she doing? She was acting pretty strange. Well, I guess I'm also strange right now. Yeah, right now. As if in a dream, I can't recall what exactly happened. Even when Akia and I just did, I feel like it'll all be a dream tomorrow morning. And I reach my room. I lurch to my bed and collapse. Tiredness closes in around my brain. My exhaustion is more in my body than my mind. My body must be trying to halt everything in order to quickly heal its exertions. Before that, I take a deep breath and trace my fingers along my neck once more. I'm a little surprised. The 2 fang marks. The blood really was stopped by Akia's lips. Let us take a quick drink, shall we? And now I can continue. 4 cradle garden. I wake up from a long sleep. The sunshine from the window looks closer to midday than morning. It must be because of how late I got back last night. It seems I've overslept. Dragging myself up from bed, I look down at my hand. The sensation of how I stabbed Yumizuka remains. 2 nights ago, when I met Yumizuka and saw that hideous dream. For me, yesterday was just a dream. But wishing it won't make it so. I've no clue why or how Yumizuka became a vampire, and I couldn't do anything to help her. No. Once Yumizuka had become like that, there was probably no way for anyone to help her. She was already dead. All I did was return that corpse somehow moving about as if it were a living thing back to being a dead body. That's the only way I can think of it. But still, please excuse me, Shiki-sama. With that voice I have become accustomed to, Hisui enters the room. Shiki-sama, how are you feeling today? I slept well, so I don't feel bad at all. Is that so? Hearing that makes me feel very relieved. Even though she says that, I don't see her even relax her shoulders or give any indication of it. But I feel relieved as well, because of what happened last night. The long night is over. Because I don't have to enter the unnatural world any longer, my heart can relax. Thanks, Hisui. You've always come to check up on me from early in the morning, right? Your concern means a lot to me. Not at all. It is my duty to be concerned with your welfare. There is a hint of happiness in Hisui's expression. Moreover, I feel like I've been somewhat rescued. While I've been sleeping in bed like this, Hisui came as always to wake me up. With just that trivial thing, I honestly feel like I have returned to my normal life. Shiki-sama, this is somewhat difficult for me to say, but can I? Difficult to say? If it's about me sleeping until noon, I really can't do anything but apologize. No, that is not what I meant, but it is probably related to when you went to sleep. Hisui fidgets with her fingers as she struggles to come up with the right words. I did not say anything but Akiya-sama found out about last night. About last night? What? I mean, when you left late last night, Shiki-sama. I unconsciously turned my eyes away from her. I thought I'd managed to slip away undetected, but I should have known Hisui would still find out. Shiki-sama, your return late at night has gained the attention of Akiya-sama, so I believe you will be asked to explain yourself sooner or later. She is in the sitting room and may be angry, so please be prepared. I see. I got it. I'll be prepared. And if it's about last night, then Akiya definitely knows about it already. And after that, it was Akiya who took care of me when I was in a complete stupor. About that, will it be occurring again? I cannot stop you, but if you continue doing such things, I must tell Akiya-sama. No, nothing like last night will happen again. Everything has ended last night. There won't be any more phone calls anymore. Yes, it really has ended. With these words, it truly is over. Yumizuka Satsuki is no more. The vampire skulking the streets has vanished. I, with my own hands, sent away a classmate who said she liked me for all eternity. Hisui looks at me with a painful expression on her face. Jeez, if Hisui is making that sort of face, then I must look terrible right now. Well, I should get up sooner or later. Hisui, is Akiya still here? She's an awfully busy person, so does she have a routine on her day off? Yes, she does have plans during her day off, but today she is still in the mansion. She has plans, but she's still here. I don't quite get it, but, well, I'll go get changed, so please head to the sitting room before me. Yes. Well then, please excuse me. As usual, Hisui walks away without a sound. But I forgot something really important. Hisui. Yes? What is it, Shiki-sama? Yeah, I forgot to say something. Thanks for coming to wake me up. It's a little late, but good morning, Hisui. Yes. Please have a nice day, Shiki-sama. Well then, I should hurry up and change and head to the sitting room. In the sitting room, Akiya is on the sofa, Kohaku-san is keeping her company, and Hisui is standing by the wall. Good morning, Shiki-san. Morning, Kohaku-san. Sorry to be a bother, but could you fix me something to eat? I'm a little hungry from all that sleeping. Yes, right away. I will get it ready, so please wait a little bit. Kohaku-san quickly patters away towards the dining room. That leaves Akiya and Hisui, who is standing wordlessly like a statue. Yo, Akiya. Good morning. Akiya just looks at me with a dissatisfied look on her face and doesn't return my greeting. Yeah, I probably wouldn't either, Shiki boy. Good morning isn't a great greeting. Like Hisui warned me, she seems angry about last night. Telling me in the morning that leaving late at night is forbidden, only to find me leaving late at night. It's only natural for her to be angry. Akiya, last night was... Nissan, sleeping in this late, just what were you thinking? Well, Sorry. Please, I'm not mad about that. It's your day off and you've chosen to sleep in until now. It's your laziness that angers me. Huh? With a humph, Akiya angrily turns her face away. I'm not sure if there's a difference in translation, but that sentence doesn't make a ton of sense to me. She's not mad about sleeping in her day off, but it's her laziness that angers her. And, well, I don't know. I have a couple of ideas that it's, related to just general, and that's just a more of a general statement, and she doesn't care about the sleeping in. She cares about everything as a whole, and she's just mentioning it, but I don't know. I'm also quite tired, so what can I say? It's much later than usual. Well, it may be my imagination, but peevishly is a better word than angrily. Well, I couldn't help it. I got in late last night and my body was just tired. That is entirely your fault. Staying out until way past midnight, just what kind of lifestyle did you have when you lived with the Arimas, Nissan? I had a strict curfew there, too. I wasn't allowed to leave at night, and... Oh, so that's it. At the Arimas house you followed the rules, but you come here and break them? In other words, you won't even follow my simplest request? In that case, I may have to resort to corporal punishment. I'm not entirely convinced that both of them wouldn't like that. I'm kidding. The fury of her intent also flows through her eyes. How do I say this? She has to be joking, only she doesn't sound like she's kidding, and it's pretty frightening. corporal punishment, Akiya? You're starting to frighten me. That was just an example. Staying up real late like that and just sleeping until you feel like getting up. Of course, I should be very strict. Akiya gives an audible groan. I hate to admit it, but she is right. Besides, Nissan, shouldn't you let Hisui wake you up in the morning? It is a good thing today is Sunday, but you always laze around in bed too long, Nissan. Akiya, maybe it's not my place to say, but it's not like I'm sleeping in because I want to. What? So how come you always sleep in until the last minute every morning? You don't know how I feel when I wait for you until the last minute and... Akiya-sama? Huh? Where did the dire, threatening atmosphere go? All of a sudden, Akiya descends into silence. Hey, Akiya. I said so before, but waking up past 7 o'clock in the morning isn't intentional. Even I would like to get up earlier, but my body won't listen to what I tell it. If you want to help me wake up earlier, please buy me a really powerful alarm clock, like one that'll hit you with brooms. I'm sure that'd get me up. Nissan, this may be a stupid question, but did you ever tell Hisui what time you wanted her to wake you up? That's right. I forgot such a simple thing as that. Oh yeah. Hisui comes every morning to wake me, so it's alright for her to do that. So, Hisui, could you please wake me up at 6:30 each morning? It would really help me out. I swing around to face Hisui. She stares right back at me. I refuse. Meh? Forgive me, but I refuse to wake you up, Shiki-sama. I don't know what to say. The shock put my brain on hold. Looking at the situation, Akiya is also gaping at Hisui in surprise. Hisui, why can't you wake up Nissan? I am unable to undertake things I cannot. I do not think I am able to wake up Shiki-sama with my own power. Unable? Why not? I unthinkingly enter their conversation. Oh, that was Shiki boy. Sorry. Hisui continues staring at me. These past 3 days, all my efforts were fruitless. Shiki-sama, do you remember how many times I called your name this morning? No, I don't remember. I woke up from your voice. I thought I woke up on myself. That meant there is no memory of me even calling out. Akiya-sama, that is the situation. Oh, I see, Akiya says and looks over at me teasingly. How do I say this? It would seem my standing here has just been lowered quite a bit. In short, you have tried repeatedly to wake up Nissan, but there isn't even the slightest reaction on his part. That's how it is, Hisui? Hisui nods silently. I nod silently as well. I see. The truth is, Hisui has already been trying to wake me up early in the morning. I don't want to say so myself, but I must be really good at sleeping in. Nissan, why are you looking so proud of yourself? Nothing. I was just surprised by how daunting it is to wake me up. I understand. Hisui, just like before, please try and wake up Nissan as much as you can. Hisui nods in assent. It seems like the conversation is finished. In the end, it may just be me waking up whenever I feel like it again. Hey, by the way, Hisui? Yes, what is it? Does Nissan really not wake up? Even if you call his name, he doesn't respond. Yes, Shiki-sama's sleep is very quiet, and he sleeps like a statue. Like a statue? What? Oh, Isan has great sleeping posture, huh? No, that is not it. How do I say it? Shiki-sama is like a completely different person when he sleeps. I have never seen such a peaceful sleeping face, so when I first saw him, I thought he had passed away. So it is not quite that he is hard to wake up, but that it seems very rude to do so I cannot help but be very gentle. When Shiki-sama is about to wake up by himself, Worth returns to his white face, and I know he will wake up soon, but... Looking down, Hisui talks about how I look when I sleep. I can't help but feel embarrassed. Come to think of it, a sleeping person is completely defenseless, and after listening to that explanation, I flush as red as if she had said she saw me naked. Hisui descends into silence, and Akiya is obviously trying not to look in my direction. The air has become a little heavy. Thanks for waiting. Shiki-san, breakfast is ready. A bright voice saves the situation. Thanks. Well, I'll eat up. Yes, please take your time eating. Turning my back to Kohaku-san's smile, I head to the dining room alone. And this, I think, is where I'm going to end off this episode. So, next time, well, there's something to prepare for. Yes, that. I remember that's coming up, and that should be next time. Right? I'm remembering the length of scenes correctly. Yeah, I always do that. Anyway, I hope to see you all next time.